Well, hello there. What's up, Uranus? Good to see you. How's it going? I made it. Still figuring some technical stuff out here, I think. Am I? No, I'm good. I'm good. I always worry whenever Windows updates, you want to sleep but still gotta study. That sounds like med school. Also sounds like residency. But instead, you're here. Instead of doing both those things, you're listening to me talk about some nonsense. Um, I hear that vitamin A is really good for you, per the title of the stream, right? Just take some vitamin A and you'll instantly be better at everything. You'll be healed of all diseases. You'll know medicine, and yeah, it'll make you perfect, and totally will not put you in the hospital with vitamin A overdose. Penis and pregnancy. This isn't like a recreational exam, right? This is just like a actual exam. Not vitamin D, vitamin A. Vitamin A. Silly. It cures everything. Didn't you know that? Not skills exam. No unstandardized patients involved. Amazing. I remember those exams being really hard, actually. I felt like reproductive. Oh, yeah, I guess I should say hi. I remember reproductive medicine being kind of a challenge. But also, I didn't feel like I ever, like. Well, I guess you're doing, like, preclinical stuff. That wasn't too bad. But, like, in OB, I felt like I never learned anything in OB, so I just kind of, like, meh. This is block you failed last year? Oh, okay. Back at it again with those white vans, huh? Well, get them, baby. Baby, that word. Yep, it's 4 letters. I still fucked it up. Did the math, though, can make a 70 and still guarantee a hard pass. Nice. Well, that's baller. Who sent me perplexity? Pass. I get spammed in Discord a lot. Had a seizure and TBI less than a week before this. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember you talking about that. I mean, that seems like that would probably impair your ability to perform well on a med school exam. That seems like a legit reason to not do well. It sucks that you suffered for it, but you'll get them this time, Tiger. Yeah, you'll be all right. But good luck. Good luck to you. So yeah, meanwhile, the rest of the world just kind of hanging on through this ridiculous shitstorm. That this is the world that you've signed up for, man. Medicine. It is an interesting place to be right now. Jesus. I don't think we've really felt, there's hasn't really been any repercussions for our business in particular, but uh maybe that's coming. I don't know. I do not know. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna keep doing what I'm doing, and hope everything's okay, and build this Last Epoch character because this game's awesome. Uh, all the legal stuff gets brought up. Yeah, I bet it does in Texas, especially. Like, you can't actually tell your patients this, but this is how it works. Please don't give them useful advice because it's against the law. However, if you want to be a non-useless doctor, you need to know this. Let's see, which of these things do I want? But you can't actually do that here. Exactly. This is a standard of care. We don't do that. We don't do that, though. Hey, Yamaha, what's up, man? Thanks for following. Welcome. How's it going? How's your weekend? But yeah, I'm in regular contact with all the OB people cuz like it's whenever something massively fucked up happens, like, Missouri's essential total abortion ban that they passed, what, like a year ago ish, something like that, that the attorney general signed in, and then we subsequently voted out back in November. But like when that happens, or the CDC removes all of the like vaccine scheduling and birth control like conflicts and side effects and stuff that they had, which apparently is a very commonly used resource, I just ask them what the big deal is. Get home for a week to Finland. Ooh, I would love to go to Finland, actually. Sounds like a beautiful place. I knew actually two Finnish exchange students when I was in college, and they both spoke very fondly of it. You live in Finland? Nice. Very cool. Well, going home is always nice. Finnish has too many vowels. Dude, we speak English. It's the worst language ever. Like, from what I understand, like, various, forms of Chinese, whether it's like Mandarin or Cantonese, are all very difficult too, but English is trash. It's like freaking impossible to learn. But yeah, I always keep up with the OBs. Finnish has I'll I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it, man. I have no idea how to speak it or what the language is even like, but it does seem like it has a lot of vowels. Should we look up what's a good vowel heavy word in Finnish, Yamaha? We're being stereotypical Americans here, not understanding anybody's culture but ours. So we might as well do that. Finnish phrases. Shit, I can't type. Wow, that is a lot of vowels. This is ridiculous. Why why am I so interested in this? Wasn't vacation. It's of work, 3 days of snowboard camp? Oh. You're back on the starting soon screen? Bummer. There we go. Oh, that's because I hit the... I can't type. Snowboard camp sounds amazing. So is it, you say, Finnish championships for snowboarding, specifically? I'm a dirty flyover country rat, so I don't know how to ski or snowboard, and I've never done either. So I am in awe of anybody who can, basically, because I have no idea what I'm doing. Freestyle snowboard, damn cool. That's super cool. So are you like, are you a professional? Like a professional snowboarder? I mean, it sounds amazing. And is this like an international thing, or is it the Finnish? Oh, you said Finnish championships. Duh. Okay. Right. Semi-pro. Okay. Very cool. Have you ever done any of the like huge competitions like the X Games or anything like that, or Olympics even. That would be cool. That'd be really cool. No, nothing like that. Yeah, just that's a world not yet. Yes, I love the optimism. Um, yeah, it's just a world I know absolutely nothing about. So I know one of my cousins actually was like a really good skier and was competitive for a while, but he just kept like blowing his knees out basically, and he was like, I guess I'm not doing that anymore. So he never really like progressed to any meaningful competitive level on like a national scale or anything, but I think he was like heading that direction and then just kept getting injured. And he just had to settle for running his dad's 9-figure business. Poor guy. Uh yeah, so I'm trying to figure out, did you first front flip? How the fuck do you do a front flip on a snowboard? How does it even what? Oh, wait a second, you guys can't hear this. Hang on. Oh my god, that's so loud. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Apologies. Let's see here. Okay, now that I have all of my individual programs linked to sound sources in OBS, I have to like enable every single one, like whenever I change. Oh, it's still fucking loud. Better see over all the points. Alright, let's see. I just want to see it.
This video
I don't even know what that looks
explores
like.
the techniques behind tame dogs, which are cartwheel-style front
Oh.
flips. Tame dogs are a good intro to getting inverted. It's normal to be hesitant on the whole upside-down concept. However, they tend to be less intimidating than backflips.
I don't know, it seems like
It's also a trick that you can perform on small features at relatively low speed.
Okay,
The name
I
Tame
see.
Dog developed.
So you just like totally shift your weight forward. And yeah, it looks more like a cartwheel than actually like a flip. Okay, that makes more sense. Like I was trying to figure out how that would work, like barrel roll style. Okay.
As the opposite of a wildcat. The cartwheel
Yeah,
style
I mean,
backflip
like in my
made
mind,
famous
it
by
seems
the
like a
legendary
backflip is
Wildcats
easier to do, like just from a
We show you
weight
how to
transfer
wildcat in our backflips tutorial.
standpoint.
The Tame Dog is the only popular style of front flip. Some people also call it a nollie front flip.
Okay, cool. Well, I learned something today. One of these days, I'll get on a snowboard. It looks so awesome, but I'm just old. I have so little time to learn those things these days. Minions have additional spell damage. Wait a second. Do Stormcrows use spell damage? Scales with cast speed. I guess so, right? Stormcrow casts spells from distance. Okay, cool. Yeah, so they do. Okay, so shared spell damage. That's a lot. Do they? Well, I don't know what. Man, I know nothing. I've never made a primalist before. I don't know what they scale with, like, at all. So, let's see. Per point of strength. Okay, strength and attunement are the same, so damage and health. Cool. He's like going forward, coming into film you. Nice. Nice. Did you nail it? I mean, I guess if you're P3, you probably were. Probably did. Okay, so wait, let me make sure all of this scales with attunement. Yep. And oh. Okay. Min health and damage. Okay. This is that scales with strength. Hmm. Not really using that for damage though. Really. Lost your balance in the landing. Oh no. Looks like it'd be pretty easy, like, since you do it kind of off the top of a jump, it looks like it'd be pretty easy to, like, continue rolling forward. Like, keep that momentum going. Oh, I forgot I still had Path of Exile running. I was like, what is that? Huh. That scales with attunement. I mean, with strength. This scales with both strength and attunement. What do I do for points? So, that's just strength. I feel like there was something in here that I really liked. I like that. I like that. What of these things do I really want? 8-point bonus. The effect is tripled for your totems. That seems pretty good. Hit your back and back and tailbone on the edge of the half pipe. Ouch. That seems like a really good way to hurt yourself very badly. All right, endurance per maelstrom. That is something that I want. Attunement is something that I want, as is mana regen. I do not need that. Yeah, I mean, that's my problem with, like, skiing and, like, extreme sports of any kind. I mean, I know, you know, that snowboarding's not really, like, that hardcore, but, like, for a novice. But, like, my joints are very expensive, and so are my bones these days. Like, it's a pretty big risk for me to go and, like, learn something that can potentially injure me really badly. I don't know, with, like, little kids in the house and a kind of medium expensive lifestyle, that would play very badly if I got, you know, disabled or something. Even just temporarily, like, if I was out of commission and couldn't work for, like, a couple months, that'd really suck. Store bolt on hit. Definitely have to get that attack speed. Motocross. See, motocross is, like, that's one of the things that, like, fucking everybody breaks their ankles and legs in doing motocross. I see those injuries constantly, man. Because, like, the hospital where I work is kind of on the fringes of Kansas City, basically. And we get tons of, like, ATV accidents, dirt bike accidents, you know, all of these like recreational sort of vehicle, you know, things that people drive around. Dune buggies, people like rolling their dune buggies and stuff. Yeah, we see that shit constantly. That I would be very scared to do that because I know I would mess myself up. Without a doubt. Dislocated your shoulder at 17? Yeah. Yeah, a lot of broken clavicles too. A lot of collarbones and shoulders in kids for the same reason. Yeah, we see that stuff constantly. All right, what can I... Let's see, more melee damage at low health? I don't really care about that, but I do like less damage taken. Especially in combo with endurance. Do I want to dual wield? I don't know. Maybe attunement, yes. 30% minion health, yes. I don't know that I want to get rid of any of those. You came up short 2 and triple? Like, you're doing a trick and, like, had to pull up or something? Below your endurance threshold. It's capped at 60%. Oh, yeah, so I haven't played Last Epoch for really freaking... Oh, you jumped too short on a jump. Oh, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, that seems bad. It makes me think of, what is the... Makes me think of this dude.
Shaping up a new jump here. Just gonna send it. Gonna hit her about 3/4 to full throttle. Come down that hill pretty fast. Hit that water, just gonna hold her wide. Gonna be a good day.
That's not the video I was thinking of. Maybe it's this one.
I don't know, I just woke up from a little nap. It's a little dark, but you guys silly? I'm still gonna send it.
This is the one I was thinking of. That's you! Amazing. Love it. Are you silly? Still gonna send it. Oh, man. I cracked myself up. Thorn Shield have increased armor and reflect. So, I wonder if instead of this, I should have points in Spriggan form. Okay. So what do I take points out of, though? Dude, flying over the handlebars of anything sounds terrible, right? Because then, like, whatever you're riding can hit you or land on you. Don't see send 1 minute, don't send it. But you sent it! You didn't listen! Why did you not listen? You fucked your shoulder up. Yeah, my I know 3 people who have like. Do you guys in Finland? Do they have those like scooters, the bird scooters around town? I don't know. Maybe this might be something only Americans are stupid enough to do. These things, like all around the city, where you just like scan a QR code and like, pay a dollar or something, and then you can just like ride a scooter around. Yeah. Anyway, I know 3 people who have like flown head over heels over these, and my wife is one of them. It's just like these things seem like death traps, man. Like the smallest pothole in the road, and you just like eat it. Thank God my wife was okay, but I know like one of my coworkers actually, uh she hit a pothole and like really injured herself. Like she tore her knee up real bad and had to have surgery. Was out of work for like 3 weeks, and she also had a huge like laceration on her face, needed plastic surgery. So I get right today. It happens. Happens to the best of us. My nose just like won't stop itching, man. I don't know what the deal is. Must be allergy season. It's coming. Spring has sprung. One of my friends keeps texting me memes. Like, well, I can't show this because it's got his name in it, but the Charlie the Unicorn and the Banana King. People drive the scooters drunk. Oh yeah, everybody here drives them drunk. I'm pretty sure that that's like a requirement. Basically, you actually have to do one of those breathalyzer things. They have like a breathalyzer hooked up to it, and if it's normal, then it won't even start. So you have to be at least over the legal limit to drive a scooter. They only accept stupid decisions. Okay. Don't care about that. Shared lightning damage, so attunement or pin per attunement seems really good for this build. That's why you like winter. Yeah. It cuts down on scooter use, I'm sure, especially in Finland. What's the weather like in Finland in the winter? I'm sure very cold. 30 currently, huh? Well, that's not too bad. I think it's like 40 here. Climate of Finland. Record high. I don't really care about record high. Why does it not show like normal temperatures? Normally cold. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure obviously it's very far north. Uh Record low -50°C. Dear God. That is really cold. Welcome to my life. Yeah. Dude, it was actually very cold here. It was so I guess yeah, it's about this. -7, -8°C. Or no, other way. This. Yeah, it was like -10 Fahrenheit here for God, like 2 weeks ish, which is outrageously cold for the Midwest. Uh like usually it's 20 to 30 Fahrenheit, so like 0°C ish. -5 to 0C. That in winter. Yeah, like so solid, like 40 Fahrenheit colder than it usually is. Yeah, super cold winter. I found out the hard way that my house is extremely leaky, and so like the ghetto cheap dude that I am, I just went around and like put painter's tape over all of our like the drafty parts of our windows. And yeah, because getting new windows is really expensive. You slept outside at -20C? Why? Why would you do that? Shared increase. Oh yeah, well, I don't really want that, but I have to have it to get this. I want endurance threshold. I don't want that endurance. There's so many things that I want in this build. This sucks. Okay. So that double casts my attack. That gives me attack speed. Only at the cost of 2 points. They just put you outside to sleep? Were you in like an oven to stay warm? Okay, I don't want that. I do want this. Like my whole, well, not my whole motivation, but most of my motivation for coming into this tree. This, I want that too. Really bad. That's really good. You had warm clothes on. Wow. That's very Spartan of them. Like, trial by fire sort of thing. Cast Thorn Shield on you when you're hit. Increased armor, damage reflect. I don't really care about the damage reflect. I just don't want to die. So, maybe sleep outside on their naps there? I mean, that sounds awesome, because my kids never slept, ever. And it would have been amazing to just put them outside. So I didn't have to hear them. Hmm. Man, for real though, what do I give up? Attunement and endurance threshold seems like a obvious thing to get. Maybe this is not something I want. Alright, so I need 7 more points now. Yay! So if I'm... Yeah. Well... Yeah, maybe since I'm trading that for attunement and strength, I should do that. Can't wait for season 2. Yeah, me too, man. It's been a long time coming. I am super interested in like their in-game changes and Stormbolt when hit. I should probably keep that because I'm all about Stormbolts. What's up, Harfang? How's it going, man? Yeah, I am psyched. I'm very interested to see like what happens with the Sentinel rework specifically. I've always sort of, I know time rot has been like, you know, talked about as a focus, and I've always thought the time rot concept is super cool, but the builds have always just been ass. So, some more endurance here. Man, it's tough for me to get rid of a multiplicative source of damage on the passive tree. Oh, you broke your tailbone? Oh, dude, that's actually a pretty bad injury. that's a hard one to heal from because like all of your core pulls on your tailbone. Like anytime you move, it's gonna, you know, potentially like disrupt that injury. Bummer, dude. Sorry to hear it. All right. So how many points do I need to get up to that? So that's 8 more points. Where am I going to put 8 points? I guess I could do this and that. So I don't really need any of these. Damage while transformed. I wonder if the Rage Decay is something that I need if I'm going to do Spriggan. Huh. So we solved that problem. What would... So this is super useful. I would really, really, really like to max that out. Or put 3 points in it, I guess. This will be a crit build. What is going to be more damage? So I already have quite a bit of flat damage. I wish that didn't have an awesome 4-point, like, investment bonus. 25% chance to cast Stormbolt is pretty nice. But maybe I'll be triggering enough of those that that's not really worth the points. So I'll get more percent endurance, thank you. And chance to cast Thorn Shield. Let's try that. So let's take a break from that real quick. So Spriggan form. Where do I get Thorn Shield? And how do I buff it? Shield. What the hell? Let's see. Transform Spriggan, blah blah blah. Oh, you know what? I have made a Spriggan before. I forgot about that. I made a Cold Vine Spriggan years ago. And it was cool. It was really good. You hate your back pain? Well, take some anti-inflammatories, man. Load up on meds. Meds are good. Tylenol, ibuprofen. But what do you mean Thorn Shield lasts longer? I don't understand. Like, what the hell does that mean? Here. So I gotta look this shit up. You took it already? Excellent. And that's where my expertise ends. Yeah, I mean, really, that's pretty good stuff, and like maybe a cold pack, keep the inflammation down. Oh yeah, I forget that the same guy makes the Grim Dawn tools. Skills. Thorn shield. What the hell is it? So it just like gives you the ability to cast Thorn Shield, I guess? Okay. I'm pretty sure I never used that. Like literally never used that. Thorn Shield lasts longer. What's its normal duration? Somebody kill me. Just come to the States, man. I'll give you some anesthesia. Let's get you to sleep. You won't feel a thing. Just time travel a little bit. Come on. Come on over. No big deal. Directly casting Thorn Shield. But how the fuck do you do that? So I don't know that I really care about this, like, damage reflection thing. Ooh, has a chance to recast itself. That sounds awesome. Okay, so that seems like a no-brainer right there. But if there's any, like, healing options here, that would be great. How are you gonna sit on the plane? So, there's a surgery called the Brazilian butt lift for anybody who doesn't know about what it is. And I would just show you the surgery, but I've been banned on Twitch for doing that before. Apparently that's against their terms of service. Anyway, let's see if we can find some pictures of it at least. So it's basically like liposuction. So they suck all the fat out of your thighs and stuff, as this picture sort of indicates, and then they inject it into your butt. And sometimes your stomach. I think I've seen them like do liposuction of your stomach too. But the problem is that fat that they inject stays liquid for a while. So if you sit on your butt, it's gonna squish all the fat out, and you'll have a flat butt, right? Like the fat like congeals or solidifies however you let it. So basically you can't sit for a long time. And then after, I mean, it's an insanely long time. Like a month, I think you can't sit. I mean, it's nuts. And then after that, you have to sit. You already have a flat ass. Well, then this is the surgery for you. You can do this and not listen to doctor's orders, and it will be inconsequential. But anyway, then like after that, you have to sit on this like special like cushion that like kind of like supports your upper thighs and like low back and lets your butt like sink into it, so there's no pressure on your actual butt. It seems like a lot of effort for something that doesn't really even work all that well. Okay, a chance to recast. It can only target you. Is that good? I guess that's probably good, right? Chance to cast Maelstrom when you directly cast Thorn Shield, which I will not be doing. You have a chance to cast Thorn Shield on yourself when you're hit. Oh, okay, so then that point that says it can only be on you is wasted. So, fuck that. Gain ward equal to your armor when you enter Spriggan form? Wow, that seems really good. Oh, when you enter Spriggan form. Oh, yeah, that's probably mid, actually. Have so little fat. Well, yeah, I'm sure you are. You gonna be a firefighter? Cool. That's awesome. One of my best friends is a, well, now he's kind of a desk jockey in the Kansas City Fire Department. He's a battalion chief, but he was a firefighter for 20 years? 20 years. I mean, I guess he still is a firefighter, but he's just not, like, out and about fighting fires. You're already volunteer? Cool, man. Good for you. That is a very important job. So I'm gonna Spriggan. Oh, excuse me. Alright, so what do I want to spend those last 5 points on? Veil Spirits. Meh. So I guess I'm gonna have healing totems? Yeah, I don't know that I want that. Okay, so I'm not gonna directly cast Thorn Shield. Guess I'll only ever be casting it from that ability. Thorn Shield. Oh, yeah. Well, definitely gotta pump that up. Duration. What's this? So does anybody know how damage reflect works? Like, is it actual reflect like it was in Diablo 2, where, like, if you, like, reflect 50 damage, you take... So, like, say you take 100 damage coming at you. If you reflect 50 damage, you only take 50 damage, and then your attacker takes 50, or do they just, like, take 30 damage, regardless of what they do to you? Like, I guess I'm asking, is each attack, like, is there 30 points deducted from each attack? Because in which case, this is broken as fuck, and that's an auto take. So I'm guessing that's not how it works. Stock market futures tanking? Dude, everything in the market is tanking right now. It's ridiculous. It's insane how bad things are going right now. I checked my retirement today, and, like, previously it had actually been fine. I was at, like, baseline for the year, and now I'm down, like, trying to think of what the number is. I guess, like, 6% or something, which is not great. Not great. You have puts, you're doing good. Hey, man, there's always somebody that... There's a lot of somebodies that benefit from the market just going tits up. If you've got the money, it's a really, really good time to make more. But if you're kind of just, like, limping along as it is, man, this is when it sucks to not have a good income. Really sucks. 3 points, huh? Well, maybe I'll just do that. I don't see... I'm not going to use any healing totems or anything. Though maybe I should. Yeah, I don't... I'm not savvy enough to mess with the market actively. I'm thinking about... So there's... I'll show you. There's a site called Biofarm Catalyst. And what they do... I think it's .com. Fuck. What is wrong with me? So now it's by prescription. Holy shit, guys! I swear I know how to speak English. So it's by subscription only. It didn't used to be, but now it is, and I think it's actually kind of expensive. It's like $300 a year or something. But what they do is, so backing up a step. So when a company applies for FDA approval, they can pay extra to have a set date by which the decision is made on their drug or product or whatever. And that's called the PDUFA date, PDUFA, and I've totally forgotten what that stands for. But when, especially for smaller companies, and when I say smaller, I mean like under $100 million. So not small companies by any stretch of the imagination, but as, you know, pharmaceutical companies go, that's not a whole lot. Anyway, as smaller companies who don't have a whole lot of drugs in their repertoire do that, and as that date approaches, their stock just goes insane. Like, the volatility is nuts. So basically, this site tracks those dates, and you can go in and check these companies, see what their valuation is, see how many drugs they have in the pipeline, and if they don't have a whole lot, you know that whenever one of those PDUFA dates comes up, their stock's going to go ballistic, because that's like basically the sole determinant of the value of their company. So you just buy low, sell high, and it is like advanced gambling, man. It's pretty freaking sketchy, especially since a lot of these companies are, you know, they're in it to win it, basically, and they want to go and sell out as fast as they possibly can. So I traded this way for a long time, just with like mad money, and I was crushing it. I think one year I was up like 40% or something. I never sat to see, like, if I thought it was extremely likely that there was a drug that was going to get approved, I never sat through the PDUFA date. I always just bought and sold, like, in the run up to it. Like, never took that risk. Because you know, if the answer is no unexpectedly, like if their drug does not get approved, then the price just absolutely crashes. So like, you basically lose everything. Excuse me. But anyway, I was up huge, and then there was a company that had a like best in class. I think it was an anti-diarrheal. It's constipation. It was an anti-constipation drug, so it made you poop more. It was the best one, like in terms of side effects and, you know, all this stuff. And so instead of going through the FDA process and getting their drug approved and then selling to somebody, what they did is they sold the company's assets and then declared bankruptcy. So their stock went to zero, which is like hardcore fraud. Like, it's just fucking obviously fraud. And they, you know, the SEC, I think, kind of like investigated it and were like, meh, and they got away with it. But, you know, meanwhile, investors were stuck holding the bag, and I basically went from being up 40% to like, you know, pretty much even for the year. So like, no growth. And so I was like, okay, I'm good on that. And so, I mean, it wasn't like a ton of money, but, you know, from then on, I was just like, screw it. I have a financial advisor. He can do all that. But I'm thinking about, like, you know, not at the time I was putting like mad money every month into this, like, I think like $500 a month or something. But this time I'm thinking like, maybe just put $1,000 in once and see how I do, see what happens. If I lose it all, you know, that sucks. I'm at $1,000, but it's not like something that I have to constantly think about and do. I don't know. That's if you're the gambling type where options and puts or something in your in your daily vernacular, then maybe this strikes your fancy. I know the reason I know about this is one of my attendings in residency did this and did very, very well for himself. Did that exact strategy. He's the one that told me about it, taught me how to do it. But as a resident, I had zero money, so I couldn't do it very well. Not surprisingly. So maybe I should put a point in this, since I do definitely want that to be the case, just to make super sure. And if I ever cast it myself, I could guarantee that it's on me. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see. Requires you to have Werebear unlocked? Oh. Do I have Werebear unlocked? That's 4 seconds of duration of every Thorn Shield. And transforms you to Werebear form. Can I make that work? Probably not. So yeah, that investment strategy is one of the few things that medicine puts you in a good place to do. Oh, you have to be a druid to do that. Got it. All right. Well, then never mind. Yeah, I feel like medicine has so few perks. Like, you can prescribe medicines to people, which is nice. Don't get me wrong. That's a really cool thing to be able to do. Like, one of your friends has like a strep throat or something, and you just give them antibiotics. That's super nice. But most other professions, like, meet people. You meet, like, in law, you meet all different kinds of lawyers who know about real estate or other businesses, like investment opportunities and stuff. And there's, essentially like limitless potential for growth as well. Whereas medicine, that's not the case. But this, like, knowledge of biotech and stuff like that is really nice if you can leverage it. Because, like, you see a drug and you're like, oh shit, that's going to be really widely marketable. You can keep an eye on stuff like that. Like, I know one of my old partners who's retired now, but a huge percentage of his retirement is leveraged into this company. And I don't know what they've been doing since he retired, but he would always tell me about it. And it sounds like they have essentially, like, they're very close to curing cancer. They do a lot with CAR T cell therapy and genomic, as it says here, genomic medicine. Sangamo jumps 40% after hours on major gene therapy. Oh, interesting. Oh, they partnered with Eli Lilly. Wow. Well, that's pretty cool. But yeah, they had some experimental drug that they used at the NIH, and it essentially worked too well. So it targeted tumor cells and just, like, obliterated the tumors. And the patients that got it, like, I think maybe somebody died. I think somebody in the study died from tumor lysis syndrome. And, like, a couple other people got, like, crazy sick from electrolyte anomalies, like hyperkalemia and stuff. So they're trying to figure out, like, kind of how to make this this therapy a little bit more discriminate, so, like, it still kills the tumor cells but doesn't, like, just absolutely wipe them out instantly, because that's like generally fatal. Let's see what the stock is worth. Did that say 66 cents? Oh no. Oh no. Okay. So remember the story here where my partner was leveraged into this, and he retired 2 years ago. So let's click on the 5-year and oh no. Wow. Well, that's a bummer. Maybe retirement's not going so great for Wow. That sucks. So that 40% jump was like what? Like fucking 20 cents or something? Yee. Okay. Well, maybe that's not quite the positive news that I had hoped it was for him. Alright, reflect damage. Huh. Oh man, my nose is driving me crazy. Doctor's going to lose his mind. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's just like, yeah, you broke your tailbone. Okay, so I want to get into this. For uncapped endurance. Wow, that's good. So we gain stun chance. And then basically, like, since I'm going to be over here investing in endurance, I will have a lot of additional health regen. That's pretty cool. He just got you at the door 4 weeks ago. Hey man, you're paying his bills. He's not going to be mad. You're keeping him in business. It's very nice of you. Less damage taken from shocked enemies, which will be all of them. Let's see. More spell damage. God, I really don't want to get rid of the cast Maelstrom when hit. But these points kind of suck. Endurance per Maelstrom. That's probably okay. I don't really need mana. Back to Druid. Let's see. Increased armor. Percent increased armor is pretty interesting. So what did I want that? Oh yeah, I want this. I want the strength and attunement for Stormcrows, because that's basically 8% more damage. Okay. So I gotta figure out how to get a couple more points. Mana or rage cost as health on spellcast. I'm not gonna be spellcasting a lot, right? Well, that didn't say spellcast. That didn't say oh, when you directly cast a spell, you're getting okay. So I'm not directly casting spells very often. Because basically, that's gonna get summoned automatically by that. Tempest Moth. Man, that's a really good axe for this build. It's a shame that it doesn't have any increased attack speed, though. Summon 4 Storm Sprites? It's a Storm Sprite, too. Yeah. Good things, presumably. Yeah, so I guess idols would probably be most... Well, oh, because the idols are getting reworked, though. Forgot about that. I don't know, idols will probably be mostly health, as I have it in my mind, but maybe if there's, like, opportunities for more, like, Maelstrom procs or Gathering... or Stormbolt procs, that would be a good idea, too. Or increased attack speed. I'll have a look at that in just a minute. Okay. What I want that 3-point bonus, man. Because I don't really have a whole lot of healing capacity. Armor with active totem. So the idea, I guess, is to always have an active totem. So I'll always have 200 armor. That's a lot of armor. That's 25 per point. I mean, maybe I cannibalize that? Oh yeah, because I also want endurance. Maybe just having less armor is the play here. So attunement and Ellie pin. Oh, that's just like generic penetration. That's cool. Alright, so do 2. Whoops. Or 1, as the case may be. Ellie pin while transformed, huh? Okay, so I get that. So I got the endurance there. And then... Boop, boop, boop. Oh, needs 4 points. Son of a bitch. Can I take something out here? Less damage on low health. I mean, that's like... super nice. When damage leaves you at low health, you gain these benefits for 5 seconds if you aren't already at low health. Okay. Some more melee damage is, you know, fine. That's not really what I'm after, though. Attunement and resistance. I can't take any points out of that? Okay. So I at least need 1 more point in that. Fine. So that's probably okay. And maybe I should take 2 points out of that and get endurance on my gear. That's going to be a lot, though. Because I'm trying to do crit, lightning damage, shock. That's a lot of stuff going on. So, let's see. I want shock. Yep, this is what I want. More lightning damage to shocked enemies, static charges. I mean, cast static when hit, meh. That is a purely offensive body armor. I don't know if that's necessarily what I'm going to use, but cleaver solution. I do like this weapon, but I think Tempest Maw is probably better for my very simple goals. Let's see. Harbinger's Needle. What is that? Can't deal critical strikes. No. So let's see here. Okay, not missing anything there. So, let's see, Stormbolt. See if anything that I want to do is in here. Do 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 do. Oh, I'm not looking at mods. What is wrong with me? Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, son of a bitch. That was terrible. Oh no. Okay. I've got to go back to move this over here. Where is it? Where is it? Yep. Okay, so we're going to respec that. Put in. Oh, right. Gotta redo this too. So that can go away. Take that out. What was the other thing? That, yep. Those. What else did I want? Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's 3. And this is on maxed out points, which is not my favorite. Now, where did I decide to get the extra points? Here? No. Oh, yeah, I did do that, right? Okay, so I can't take anything out of this. So that's good, but I still need 1 point to get all that leech, right? More damn, yeah, that's what I said. I was like, yeah, screw it, and did that, so now I have the overleech. Or leech from crits, that's right. Cheap viewers on stream, boo. Oh boy. Banned. See ya. Okay. So yeah, we'll hand X. Doot. Tempest save. Static shell. Save. Tempest save. And then Stormcarved Testament. Hell yeah. Save. Oh, I shouldn't have closed my thing. Save this. Send it to myself so I don't forget. $59 attunement, 19 strength. Okay, cool. Oh, by the way, I realize I hadn't addressed this, but like the topic of this thread or this stream, for anybody who hasn't heard, RFK, the director of our Health and Human Services department, recommended vitamin A as a treatment for measles. And he's like, he has come out and said that measles is, or I mean, vaccines are an effective prevention for measles, but which we all already know. And he's acting like that's some sort of revelation. Like, no shit, Sherlock. We've done this freaking vaccine for 60 years with great effect. Every single piece of data that we have points towards the notion that it's extremely safe and extremely effective. But thanks. Thanks for hopping on board. Anyway, he promoted vitamin A as a treatment for measles, as I said. And a lot of people have, you know, understandably taken him seriously because he's in a position of power where he's supposed to know what he's talking about. And so they've taken vitamin A, and there's lots of people going to seek medical care for essentially vitamin A poisoning, like vitamin A overdose. And that's what living in America is like right now. Why listen to doctors when you can listen to a heroin addicted dude who thinks he has brain worms and has zero medical qualifications whatsoever? That seems like the person that I want in charge of my healthcare, not an actual physician. And millions of people think that way. So good for them. But yeah, measles continues to spread because we get to deal with that. All right. So that's fun. Spriggan. I want my Spriggan. 5. Third shield duration, lots of that. Lots of this. lots of this. A little bit of that. And a little bit of that. Wait, didn't I get a point in something else? There's some other, like, utility. Oh, armored award gain, yeah. Yeah, might as well have that. Yeah, so I don't actually want to be able to summon Spriggans. Because I'll have Storm Crows. Oh, and I guess I should share that again since I didn't have that skill in place because I'm dumb. There we go. Okay, so what I wanted to do was look at... Yeah. Look at idols. Even though all of these are going to change, so the utility of this exercise might be fairly minimal. No, not affixes. Ah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. That needs to go away. Level of Maelstrom. Wait, what? Be applied to body armor? Yeah, I don't... What the fuck? Oh, a chance to cast Maelstrom every 3 seconds. That's actually really good. Let's see. Gathering Storm. And we'll search for Stormbolt. Increased frequency of expending storm stacks. Okay. Why would I want increased frequency of expending storm stacks? Am I misunderstanding how this works? Every second you expend a storm stack to cause a storm bolt. So maybe if you're gaining stacks so fast that you're always maxed out, you want them to expend faster. Interval reduced by 2%. Okay. So if you had 50 storm stacks, then it'd be half as often. Okay. I've never used any of these skills, so trying to sort of get an idea for it without actually like making a character and testing it. So less frequency. So 18 added damage per Stormbolt would be a lot. That'd be a shitload. Chance to cast Lightning Strike when you use a cost skill that costs 10 mana. So this is the same deal. Okay. Storm Crow. Boop. Spell damage for Storm Crows. Okay. Okay, level for Stormcrow, don't care. Oh, that's for helmets. Nothing on idols. Got it. What else do I care about? Spriggan. Nope. Nothing there. So I looked at Maelstrom, right? Storm Totem. 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 There we go. It's coming back to me now, boys. What else do I want? Shock? Man, I feel like shock is just something that I'm gonna get on, like, gloves, I guess. What am I gonna get it on, actually? Because I've got 2 unique axes. They do not shock, do they? They do not. Well, that isn't great. I mean, I may have to... Huh. So, lightning spell damage. Let's see. Maybe. I don't necessarily want an axe. Or I could get a winged axe to get my crit chance up. That would actually be super cool. So we could still do a crescent axe, right? Could still have a crescent axe. But an eagle wing would be great. Yeah, for the 14 lightning pin would be a really, really nice late game. So let's see, prefix. So I have that stat on, I would imagine I'd probably want tier 7 of that. Prefix 2 would be attack speed. Yeah, definitely attack speed. This is just going to be a average ass weapon. Chance to bleed? No. No, no, no. Chance to shock. Yes. Yes. Then shred armor? Ooh. That's pretty cool. Maybe we get some armor shred on there. What else is on this? What else can I get? Health on melee hit might not be bad. Lightning pin and minion lightning pin. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. And then also chance to shock. Okay, so if I did that, that would actually be a pretty nice weapon for me. Doesn't do anything for the chances of my storm crows shocking, or my totems, or their damage for that matter, other than the minion lightning pin. that's pretty good. So we'll just save that. Save. Just so it's there. $342 armor. Okay. I'm gonna go back to skills. So Storm Crows. I struggle with how many points to put there. Increases the lightning damage. Also apply to your Storm Crows. So I don't know how much... I mean, that would all be from gear. That seems like that's potentially really awesome. So if I started having this shit going on, where I've got 200 increased lightning damage on each weapon, then I would definitely move over to more, more points in that instead of maybe the crit, maybe base crit. So if I had the winged axe or the eagle wing, huh? Yeah, if I had the eagle wing, I'd have +4 per axe. So that might not be quite as necessary. That's 30 per point. Jesus. That is a lot. So it's actually giving increased lightning damage. At level 5, 150% of my lightning damage. That's a lot. That is a lot. Do they get my flat damage? I think I've got a fair bit of flat damage for minions. Shared spell damage and then shared spell damage. Yeah, I do. Okay. Shared increased lightning damage. Oh, that's kind of cool. That's like a double dip node, though. So they would get increased lightning damage from this. Huh. Then also 150% of, whatever it is. Good old Storm Crows. Did I get anything special from that? Oh yeah, +1 attributes. That's kind of cool. Just an extra attunement and strength for nothing. Alright, I think I'm actually pretty happy with that tree. This whole thing right here might get kind of reworked. If Maelstrom proves not to be all that useful. Oops. That's actually what I want to look at. So I sort of have this set up. Well, I don't know that that's the way I want to go. I want this to be bigger, I think. Shield chance per second. So do I want this to be a healing situation? I think I want to just, like, Storm Bolt it, man. Scales with increased spell damage and lightning damage, but not with nodes on this tree. I mean, it's still the same as this, right? So Stormbolt Shock, that's huge. Storm Stack, additional Stormbolt, yeah. Yeah, so I want my attack speed to be through the freaking roof all the time. So I have 4 points here. So it seems like we should do this, right? Yeah, so lots of storm bolts. Maelstrom makes me faster and frenzied. Do I want that? Dodge rating per Maelstrom. Huh. So chance on kill to cast it. Can create multiple Maelstroms at once. I wish you could convert this to lightning. That would be super freaking cool. But I guess that's why you can't. Chance on hitting a boss. I'm gonna be hitting a lot. So on boss kills, that might be a bunch of... Huh. Well, I could play with that. So, area is a good one. What else would I do? You go 1 second without directly casting it, you gain a stack of Lagon Summer. When you... They're all consumed to cast Maelstrom. Hello. What's up? Get some paper? Yeah. It's in there. My son lost a tooth. And my wife is writing a tooth fairy note to him. Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah. Is it enough? He's 8 years old. I think that's fine. He should be paying us for what he puts us through. He should be paying us. But yeah, for some reason, my son just, like, loses his damn mind when he loses a tooth. Like, this is a third tooth he's lost. And, he just, like, the first two, he literally ran around the house, like, screaming. Ran all over the house screaming. It was insane. And we got him, basically, like, I locked the two of us in our third floor bathroom, like, away from everything, and wouldn't let him leave until he let me pull his tooth out. Like, I put a little lidocaine jelly, like, on his gum, and got him to, like, do some breathing exercises, and then I was like, okay, and just went in and, like, grabbed it and pulled it out, and it was, like, just hanging by a thread, man. It was, like, I can't believe it was still in there, honestly. But pulled it out, and he did great. He was fine. He just held pressure on his gum with a paper towel for a little bit, and then he was totally fine. And he sounds really funny now. He has a lisp. It's his front tooth. This is his top left incisor. Yeah, I guess this might just be something I have to play with and see if the mana is a problem. Duration probably should be longer. What's a natural duration? Oh, 7 seconds. Wow, so duration actually makes a big difference, right? So each one is 0.7 seconds. Huh. Is not a hit, so it's a dot. Okay. Well, so that doesn't scale with my damage very well, does it? So I really want this shit going on. When you have 6 or more stacks, you cast Stormbolt each second. Yeah, I don't care about that. I think I'll get my max. I'll get lots of stacks of Maelstrom pretty easily. Okay, so dodge is cool. Yeah, I'm pretty okay with that, I think. deals damage in a larger area. That might be nice for like mob clear, for like, yeah, clear speed. So does this stack? So would I get, if I had 10 stacks of Maelstrom, would I get 10 healing per point? Or like 2 healing per Maelstrom per point. Yeah, that's what I'm after. So if I max that, it'd be 6 healing per Maelstrom per point. That could be a lot, actually. That might be worth going for. Then I like chill chance is kind of meh. Oh. So this is the damage side. And this is if I want my storm bolts to do the damage, which I do. So if I took that away. Oh yeah, I gotta have that. That's freaking strong as shit, because I will have 60 attunement for sure. That's 64% more damage. Wow, there's a lot of damage multipliers for Maelstrom. Dang. I wonder if I do that and just like save these 5 points and kind of go down here and have a way to freeze stuff. Well, I won't multiply cold damage though. In my passive tree or on my gear. So I'm not scaling cold damage at all. So maybe fuck that. But that's just straight up damage. Well, that might be a really cool skill, actually. So happy with that. Am I happy with this? The Stormcrow, I think I need to figure out a way to get that bumped up, like in-game at least, when I have a really nice weapon. Wonder if I should be using a staff. Because it's got both melee and spell damage on it. What staves are there? 200 staff. Yeah, it's been a long time since I played this, so I'm kind of trying to... Dragon Staff would be a good option. Chance to upgrade when you slay a Harbinger? What does that mean? Into this, I guess? Avenged Ram Staff? So you get health? Yeah. Okay, that sucks for me. The mana thing is a downside. Bladed Staff. Mana cost for spell skills. That's only spell damage, though. Okay. Don't want that. No, but the attack rate's really slow. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm pretty okay not really scaling the melee portion of this too much. Even though I will be attacking all the freaking time. Spell damage per 3 melee damage. So, I guess that's a good thing. So it says specifically Gathering Storm deals more spell damage. I wonder if that means Stormbolt deals that damage. Huh. crit chance per maelstrom. Ooh, maybe I need that. That's base crit. What would I take away for that? So if I dual wield, this is a lot of spell damage. .48 melee damage. So that's 16 extra spell damage per axe. Ooh, I don't know if I can give that up. That's a lot. Gain an additional storm stack if you hit 3 enemies with the same attack. Okay, repeat cast. Attack speed is definitely necessary. Gain a stack instead of losing one? Well, that's pretty cool. Maybe that's the one that can go for that. Yeah, I think that's the weakest skill that I have here. Yeah, and in fact, cast Stormbolt on an additional enemy. Is that really that important to me with all of this other stuff going on? I feel like that's pretty good for the... So maybe I take that down. What are these? Wings of Lightning. Each time one of your Stormcrows attacks. Oh, that's pretty cool. Chance to consume mana? Huh? Oh, so a quarter of your attacks take 6 mana to generate an additional storm stack. Okay. Maybe that's worth it? So that's just area. I don't know that that's worth it. Lightning Pin, though, is good. That is good. Maybe we'll do 2 Lightning Pin. I do like that, but I can't... Like, I guess I would probably have to get rid of this. That's a lot of extra spell damage, though. I'll just pick this up later when I actually have a decent axe. In the Eye of the Storm. What's this called? Tempest Weapon. The extra area, and I need 3 just to get to the Wings of Lightning. To make Stormcrow's attacks chain. I mean, that's pretty fucking good. Fulminating Caw. So this is cool, because the spell lightning damage per 10% shock chance, and I'm going to have a lot of shock chance. Spell lightning damage per 10% chance to shock attackers. Well, fortunately, I have this. Oh, I was thinking it was like 100, and the more armor was chance to shock, so that would have been freaking ridiculous. Like 30 extra spell damage. Yeah, but if I have shock on hit, that thing's gonna start doing a ton of damage. So yeah, maybe these are good starter weapons, and then as I get better, I can do that. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do that. Crit multi, base crit chance. Okay, so I have to have 3 points in that anyway to get good crit multi. Cast speed is a no-brainer. Costs less money to mana to summon, and we do storm bolts instead of lightning strikes. Yep. Everything's shocked, so that's a lot of damage. More crit chance, huh? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's all I need. Okay. Well, I'm fairly happy with where that's going, actually. And then we want... What gloves do we want? Do we want the endurance gloves or the void res gloves? Ooh, eternal gauntlets. That's so much armor. Jesus. I'm gonna try that and see if I can... Yeah, the percent endurance is really good as an implicit, but 40 void res is pretty awesome too. I want U-plated gauntlets. Back. There we go. Gluttonous gloves? Oh, only used... It can't drop. Okay. Okay, cast speed. Really, I want attack speed, right? So attunement. Attunement and attack speed. But health is also the prefix, so that sucks. Or is it? Wait. Health is a suffix in this, right? Yeah, okay, it is. So I guess hybrid health and health. And we'll get resistances from somewhere. Surely. Okay, let's see what we can do here. So we'll say attunement. Prefix 2 is attack speed, I guess. Suffix 1 is health. I'll just make a bunch of rare gear. Why am I doing this? Health. There we go. Oh, you can't get percent health on gloves? Just hybrid health? Okay. Well, I think the chance that I get all of those things all in one place is pretty low. So we'll nix that. Frailty on hit would be good. Or shred armor on hit. Both of those very helpful. Let's do armor shred. Save. Boots. The inevitable. Does anything have to do with shock on boots? Stormtide. Oh shit, that's so good. You're shocked for 4 seconds when you stop moving. Not ideal. Okay, we're gonna do it anyway. Oh man. This is a lot of extra damage with storm totems. Holy shit. %1 more damage per stack of shock. Damn. Sure. No shocking belts. That is fine. Probably want a spider silk sash, yeah? Oh, that isn't really what I wanted to do. Probably lightning damage would be good. Minion damage, also a possibility. Lightning damage way better though, right? Because that's everybody. Freeze rate and freezing concoction? Not a lot of useful prefixes for me. Alright, let's just choose mana regen. That's fine. And then health. And percent health. Okay, save that. Usharian? Yeah. Alright, so we do need some resistances. So we'll go gold. And choose attunement. Crit chance? Maybe choose crit chance for now. Oh, whoops. Attunement. Crit chance. There's something that I would want more. I mean, lightning damage is pretty good. Minion health. Yeah, that's solid. Okay. Then health. Hex? Not hex. I don't need any hex. I need health. crit avoid. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess I do need crit avoidance, don't I? But I do need endurance and endurance threshold as well. Shit. Man, crits in Last Epoch are freaking brutal, though, so maybe that's the go. That can be... what? Bone amulet. Yep. Yep. I know there's a lightning pin one, right? Yeah, it's gotta be bone. Gotta be the bone amulet. Crit multi is probably a good idea. Lightning pin. Ah. Have a lot of lightning pin already. Maybe lightning damage, since that affects the crows as well. Okay, crit multi. I already got... no, I didn't get frailty, actually. So, one source of frailty is good. Shock. I think it's gotta be health, though, still. Jesus. Okay. What do I want? Oh, I don't know what any of these helmets do. Oh. Ooh, base minion crit chance? That's cool. Cold res and freeze rate multi. That's actually pretty nice for Maelstrom. That's ridiculous. Tusked Great Helm? Maximum health gained is endurance threshold. Oh shit. Oh well, yeah, let's do this. I think that'll probably put me at endurance cap. Increased health is really good though. That's a lot of endurance threshold though. Okay, let's do that. And then prefix. This is where I probably want some skills, right? Chance to gain a storm stack when you hit. Yeah. That's probably a good idea. We'll do that, and yeah, we'll get some more attunement. Why not? That's 30, 28 to 32% more damage. So armor and what about crit avoidance? We'll do another crit avoid here. And maybe more health or percent health. How about we shoot for the moon? Save. What's that put us at? Really mediocre resists. Not as bad as I thought, actually. So that's, like, doable. Even without any resistance on, like, boots, armor, or ring. Huh. Well, that's fun. I kind of like that. 1600 health, that's nothing, but let's see. Where does it say endurance? Defense. Okay, so I'm overcapped on endurance, so we can kind of calm down on that a little bit. Oh, somebody wants shit from my... Yeah, here you go. Come to my party, sir. Kind of forgot I had Path of Exile, if I keep forgetting that. Thank you for your chaos. Alright, it's probably time that I save this and go to sleep. Share that shit. And paste. Cool. Well, thank you guys for watching tonight. Hope you had a good time. Just watching me puzzle over this character. I think this is what I'm going to do to start. Unless Sentinel just absolutely wows me. But you guys have a great night. Take it easy. Have a good week. I will maybe see this Wednesday, but I'll go for Sunday if not. But anyway, I'm Milkman L. Have a good one.